Live.
Live.
We are
Okay.
live.
Hi.
Hello,
Hello.
everyone.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to MSCD Talks. And as you can tell from the title, it's a series of talks we'll hold throughout this circuit breaker period. And we'll be chatting with you guys and, of course, our guests with about topics each week. Yeah, so today's topic is about celebrating Ramadan during COVID-19. Since we're all home, it's going to be a bit different. Yeah, so my name is Cui Wen, and
I'm
with
Faris.
me, yes, Faris. Hi, Faris.
Hello.
Yeah, so Ramadan just started last week, right, for you?
Yeah, Ramadan. Okay lah. Just to for those of you who don't know what Ramadan is, it's a month of fasting for 1.6 billion Muslims. We do not eat or drink from 5 a.m., 5:40 a.m. all the way to like 7:10 in the evening. It's a time where we are supposed to be disciplined. We empathize with the needy, and it's an opportunity for all of us to be a little more closer to God. And along with me to talk about Ramadan is today we have a very special guest, right, Chun?
Yeah, very, very special. I think
yes.
most people already know from the promotional
Yeah,
attack. Yeah.
His name is Aaron Aziz. If you guys don't know him, he's one of the most respected and humble figures in the Malay entertainment industry. He's a Singaporean actor who is based in Malaysia after migrating there. He's played very prominent roles in films such as KL Gangster and Ombak Rindu, and was awarded the title of Dato' in 2017 for his contributions to the Malay entertainment industry. He's now a proud father of three and is live with us all the way from Malaysia. So give it up for Aaron, everyone.
Hey, hello guys, hello Singapore, what's up?
Hi, Aaron. Hello. Good evening.
Hello.
How are you, Aaron?
Okay, very energetic now because we just finished our fasting, right? We were past minutes drinking and drinking some stuff already.
Yes.
So all good to go. Right timing.
Nice. So, what have you been up to, Aaron?
Wow, what have I been up to recently or for this during this whole COVID period?
Recently.
Okay, recently obviously is the COVID period. We've been locked down here in Malaysia since 18th of March. So it's 1 month plus already. We are very quiet here, you know, and then we there because then there is curfew period. So no one's allowed to be roaming in the streets or driving around if you're not working. No essential movements after 8 p.m. So obviously everything has to be done from home. So we've been Skyping, we've been Zooming, we've been WhatsApping video calls for meetings and everything. And on top of that also, we've been very busy lah because you know Ramadan. As you know, we have businesses. We are unable to continue via Ramadan Bazaar, so everything has to be done from home. So a lot of things have been done from home. I don't know if you guys want to hear what I do.
Oh, sure. We want to
Okay.
know.
Okay, on top of because my wife she has a tudung, Band of Brothers, we have our instant champagne, and then on top of Band of Brothers we have Juba, Kurta, and then I also have what I'm wearing right now is the Jekyll Baju Melayu by Jekyll Malaysian company. Been with them for 7 years, and also every weekend we have this online bazaar show. It's called the Be Halal Bazaar Show, hosted by me, Sheikh Haikal, and Abel Francis. So. It's an online platform. We take no commission. It's basically to help the community, the vendors actually, to those people who have businesses and then they have no place to sell. So we are providing that platform. On top of that, I have my NGO which is called Journey to Inshira, and that makes Ramadan more meaningful because this MCO over here in Malaysia, there are people, a lot of people out there who, you know, the minute they get locked down, they don't have income. The minute they don't have income, they have to use up their savings, and some of them finish their savings by probably the first 2 weeks of lockdown. So there is a lot of food needed to be given out, to be shared amongst, and then we witnessed the first wave was food packs. They wanted food, and then next was the Pampers and the susu and the milk. And then next was the medical aid. You know, those people who cannot afford to go to the doctors and they need medical supplies. So a lot of work. This is what me and my team have been up to lah. You know.
Yes. Okay, that sounds very good.
Very busy actually. Yeah.
Yeah, it sounds very, very busy indeed.
Yeah. So I miss going down to the bazaar. Obviously, this is the first time this is happening. So the first thing, if you're gonna ask me what I'm gonna do, is definitely get a haircut.
Yes.
Most
I'm
of
not
us,
able
most
to
of
find
us.
anything to cut my hair with. And obviously, I want to go back to Singapore and see my parents and my families. Yeah.
Okay. So, what are some of the Ramadan traditions you think will be different for you and your family this year?
I think the most basic Ramadan tradition that we is iftar, which is breaking fast with the less fortunate people, with the orphans, and for Ramadan period, orphanage very busy. Let me tell you, the orphan are the orphanage are very busy, and then you need to actually ask for their schedule. Are they free this weekend and that weekend? So for actors and artists like us, we get invited to break fast with the orphans. So number one, that is not we're not able to do that. We're not able to have iftar with friends, with associates. So it's just us and the family. But I see it as on a positive note because we get to spend more time with my family, and then on top of that, we are not able to do our tarawih in the mosque. That is one big factor that I think it's affected a lot of Muslims out there. But we are practicing it at home to do it as a family, not individual, because we are told to do it as a group, not as individuals. So that are the things that I miss. And of course, the bazaar, usually by this time, the bazaar period, the first week, I won't be there in Singapore that much, but second week onwards, me and my wife will be there, and then me and my partners from Band of Brothers, Adore Avenue, all that, we'll be there to meet the people from Singapore, and I just miss meeting the community in Geylang, when they come up to me, some not to buy my products, but some just to say hi, to shake my hand, to say hello, how are you doing? Makcik dah lama tak tengok Aaron. Aaron dah gemuk sekarang, Aaron dah apa. So that is one thing I miss lah, mixing with people lah.
But there at the Geylang Bazaar, every time I come there, I see all the cardboard cutouts of you. Every time I want to say hi also.
Yeah, that is some people, because I think at the point in time there were products that I was representing, and that is part of their marketing too, putting their cardboards here and there. So
actually, Aaron, you mentioned about Tarawih. It sort of affects my family also. But it's funny because now my dad is asking all of us to take turns leading the prayer, and you see all the younger sibling trying to lead prayer, and then he's like trying to project his voice. So it's quite funny. So it's sort of like a silver lining in this trying time.
Correct.
To see families come together to pray. I want to ask you, how different, what are the new things that you are doing this Ramadan that you haven't done in the previous Ramadans? Because this is something that isn't affecting just my generation. It's like my dad and my mom has never been able to they have never been barred from the mosque before, and the first time. So I want to know, what new things will you be doing this Ramadan actually?
The only new thing that I'll be doing is doing a lot of these online Zoom, conference calls, online live shows, online marketing to sell our products. So it's a very technical issue where we have to make sure that our show starts on time. Like I mentioned just now, the Bihalal Bazaar show. So we do it every weekend, and then we want to help the vendors. But on a personal level, I have actually. I have a niat. How do you say niat in English?
Intention.
My intention was my niat to God was I want to khatam the Quran by
Oh,
the
okay.
end of Ramadan, which I already started halfway through before Ramadan.
Alhamdulillah.
I'm not a very, people will start reading one juz per day in
Mm-hmm.
Ramadan, so you complete all the 30 juz, but
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
that terror yet. So I
No,
already started.
everyone at their own pace, eh?
Yeah, I started my own pace, and now I think I'm at the 22nd or 23rd juz. So hoping that I'll be able to finish the Quran this Ramadan.
Inshallah.
Inshallah. So that is my main bulk, my main aim for this Ramadan. But of course, thinking of Ramadan also we think of Shawwal, which is Hari Raya, and then the only thing that focus, for us parents, Hari Raya means to actually go and seek forgiveness, so I do not know how we're going to seek forgiveness through. Do we have to do
Zoom
this, or
call.
hopefully MCO will be over? Are we able? But even if the MCO is over, can we get back our life back to normal?
Yeah,
And
yeah.
I think I don't want it to affect the children, because kids, they fast. My children are fasting, and then Hari Raya is a reward for them. So no matter what, new baju will still be there,
Mm.
and we are all hoping and praying for the best outcome for this year's Raya lah.
Mm. All right. That's nice to know that you're always thinking for your kids. But we also want to know about sahur and buka during Ramadan, the breakfast meal and the pre-dawn meals. Like what are your go-to meals when you wake up in the morning, you're a bit groggy, like what do you want to eat first?
Usually for breaking fast, most importantly, something sweet, which is usually a nice drink, or the dates, korma. But I'm not very fussy over food. Whatever my wife cook, I will just eat. If she asks me what I feel like eating, I will tell her. Then she will either cook it or she will buy it. I mean, for delivery.
Mm.
But for sahur, we don't make it. I don't pressure my wife to actually. I want this sort of sahur, because we know sahur is just very sleepy and tired. Whatever food we have, we just eat with that.
Mm.
So I don't have any preference. It's just probably more importantly the just water and the dates lah. These two things. Yeah.
All right,
So,
all right,
so
all right.
since we're on the topic of food now, right? We want to know like what's your favorite Hari Raya snack or kuih or anything that your favorite thing to snack on during Hari Raya.
Um,
That.
Definitely will be my wife's kueh cornflakes. She has this
Mm-hmm.
cornflakes thing, and then she
Mm.
bake it with honey, and it's very
Mm.
crispy and very sweet. But that is something that I hope that we be able to do this year.
Mm.
And then obviously mother's cooking lah. Sometimes
Of course.
Ramadan, my mom
Yeah.
will say, hey, you're in Singapore for the bazaar, come buka puasa with me. So this year I don't know. I don't think this will be the first year that I'm not
Mm.
able to buka puasa even once with my mom. Yeah.
Mm. Yeah.
Mhm.
I mean, okay. So since you must have heard about all the news that's coming out of Singapore, and recently, right? We have tightened some of our circuit breaker measures. And one of the things that people are talking about right now is the fact that home-based businesses have been temporarily suspended. So a lot of Malay Muslim businesses are affected by this, right? Because a lot of them operate out of home, baking and
Yeah.
selling their goods. Yeah. So, and you also mentioned already this year the bazaar is not happening. So can you share your thoughts regarding this?
My heart, my heart goes to them actually, because I am a business person also, and I used to run a food business as well. And some of my good friends, like Sharif and Mala, they have their chulups business, and then it was quite sad that I saw they're posting they have to throw away all their pays and everything.
Oh
So
my
and
God.
it's a sad thing that they are not able to, number one, the money spent, definitely there's a loss to it. Secondly, you have, I mean, it's all about earning lah. It's all about earning. Ramadan is the time where we actually score, and then that's where you actually have awesome Hari Raya, you know, when you have the dough and you have the money to, because every year Hari Raya you give away money to your parents and kids, right? And then you spend, and then you feel happy. That's the only time when you spend a lot. So that is going to be a main factor. And on top of that, also I did also call out a few friends of mine, and then it really affects them. Some of them, you know, I was told that, oh, they were told to leave by end of April, and then they cannot work anymore because the company is not making it anymore. And then doing online business or home business from home is their only choice, or the only thing that can save them, you know, to run the bills.
Yeah.
And then when that got cut off from them, I mean, people who have savings, who have money, you know, yeah, they might not find it hard, but for some people who are really struggling, you know, it's not going to be easy for them. So it's I don't know, it's a very trying period for everyone.
Well, at least you are able to relate to them since you're a business guy. Yeah, moving on from that, let's move on to a more like a lighter topic. For those who haven't seen this yet, Aaron recently addressed senior citizens in Hokkien, asking them to stay at home. Now, the video has garnered over 100,000 views on both your IG account as well as on our account when we reposted it.
Oh, okay.
So I want to ask why you decide to give this announcement in Hokkien?
Oh, I mean, no, I mean, I did the Malay version, I did the English version, and then I would just want to remind everyone, not in Singapore only, but Singapore and Malaysia. And then when I still see those, I mean, on Facebook, people getting into trouble with the law for, you know, eating outside, and then these are the older generations, and then the older generations, only two languages that they know in Singapore, what? Only Malay or Hokkien, right? So
Yeah.
I try my best to, because it's been a long time since I practiced my Hokkien, so I just try to make sure I'm not saying the wrong thing or any bad word.
Okay.
So make sure it makes sense, and it's very so-called mainstream Hokkien, not so, you know, so very underground Hokkien or whatsoever. So I just did it for fun, and then just hopefully people will, you know, some social media users out there see, mom and dad, those people who are still stubborn, you know, see what they say, don't go out lah, you need to go out, no, that lah. So that's the only way we can break the circuit, circuit breaker, right?
Yeah.
If not, how long you want to stay contained? I mean in Singapore already you don't feel, but we are feeling it right here because we have a curfew. And we've been locked down more than a month already. My kids are going crazy. I already know whose fart smells like what already. I know this is my daughter's fart, my other son's fart, or my youngest daughter's fart. I know already whose fart.
Okay. Yeah.
So it's
you khatam Quran, but then you memorize parts instead.
yeah, when you're reading Quran sekali, you smell something funny. Then you know lah. So it's just metaphorically speaking. Yeah. So.
And we have some questions from our people who are watching the live stream. So, like, one of the questions that people asked is, how are you keeping fit at home?
Mentally or physically?
I mean, I they didn't specify. You can
specify.
share both.
So they're referring to the physical part, right? Physically,
sure.
well, I think I just do a little workout because I live in a house where I climb up the stairs up and down, so that's already a workout for me. So and we can't use the gym, we can't use the the gym here because all closed to public. I mean, close to the residents here. So walking up and down, or just doing some shadow boxing by myself, and just don't eat so much lah. I know some people tend to eat a lot during this lockdown, but I don't know why I have loss of appetite actually, even before we went to Ramadan. So actually, I've lost 5 kilogram. I intend to lose a bit more, not because of the health fit, but because there's a movie coming in that I need to.
Oh.
Yeah, so that's
So is
part.
it?
Yeah.
Okay. So okay, maybe I'll ask one more question that someone asked. Someone asked you if you miss. Hey, have your kids watched your Heartlander series, and what do they think of the younger you?
What do you think of the younger me?
Yeah,
Funny
so
you
have
ask
your
me this
kids watched
question.
your Heartlander series? I think.
I don't think so. They got the opportunity to watch it because I don't think we can get it on YouTube or anywhere online.
Mm.
But we were doing this TikTok thing on my IG where I post the current status between me and my kids, and then
The old
to
pictures of you.
yeah, and then to when they were still toddlers, right? So they actually went through an album, and then
Oh
one
my
of the
god.
album was during my Heartlanders period. And then they
With
were
your
like, Dad,
uniform.
is that really you? Dad, oh my God, you're so skinny. Oh my Dad, you're so handsome last time. So what? So what? Not handsome anymore. I say, oh my God.
What?
So is this your first time modeling? So they was like asking, what is it? Then I had my manhunt pictures. What is that? Is that mommy? No, that's not mommy. I'm not met mommy at the point in time yet. Okay.
Oops.
Okay, we hide the
So
picture.
yeah, so they've seen pictures of my younger days, and my son was very curious about who's this, who's that. Then I have pictures of my ex-girlfriend also inside the photo album. So I
You
had
know,
to
this is the
explain to my
best place
children,
to say that.
Dad, is that your ex-girlfriend? Say, yeah. Why is it there? I don't know. Your mother kept it, so I'm not saying anything.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so besides English, Malay, and Hokkien, are you able to ask people to stay home in any other language?
Uh, Unfortunately, not. I don't think
In
so.
Arab cannot Arab.
Arab cannot lah. Lagi tak boleh.
Wallahi.
Okay, but
Cannot.
can you say
My
please
kids
stay
actually
home?
know French. They take French classes.
Oh,
I just
smart
teach me a few of
French.
French.
Wow.
They also never practice. But unfortunately, no. Only the three main basic language that I know.
Okay.
But
So,
okay, so can you say please stay home in English, Hokkien, and Malay to the people who are watching now? There are 427 people watching now.
Okay, please stay home everyone. Sila duduk rumah semua orang. Mai kia-kia, okay?
okay. Right, let's move on to so yeah, you've been doing a lot of charity work as seen on your Instagram. You spent thousands of dollars to distribute essential supplies to the less fortunate. Just wondering, are there any channels you can provide us with or suggestions on what people or our viewers can do to help others in need?
I think you can start with your neighbors. If I mean, start with your neighbors. Singapore is not a very big country, and then you can easily find out from people who are not doing so well, and then uh, by starting out with your neighbors, I think this is the time lah. Where you can actually get to know your neighbors more, get acquainted with your neighbors more, because that is also part of Islam, to get to be good to our neighbors as well, because they are the closest thing to us. If anything happen, emergency or anything, just it's not difficult to do good these days. You have online, you can always search for NGOs. There's a lot of NGOs on Instagram and Facebook that you can actually find your preference, what kind of charity work you want to donate. But I'm very thankful that I have a lot of support from Singaporeans, especially for my NGO, because most of it came from Singaporeans, and because of the currency exchange, it really helps us to do a lot. So I think before this, I think the reporters reported that we use about 50,000 ringgit, but now I think we've hit above the 100K digit already, and we're still doing it. So for us in we also do for Singaporeans as well, for certain families that reach out to us through my my DMs and my private messages on Messenger or Instagram. We have people that sometimes asking for help. If it's just one family, probably we will just give them the funds. But if there is like 2-3 families within the vicinity, then probably we will do the food distribution following the area where they are at.
Okay. Thanks for sharing that with us, Aaron. So just to wrap up this chat, to our audience who is currently watching, do you have a word of advice or any words of encouragement for them?
Say thank you to all the frontliners, to all the doctors, the nurses. I know the numbers are very high in Singapore, 14,000 plus, right? Thank you to everyone who's playing their part and keeping Singapore safe. It's not easy to contain such a pandemic in a country so small with almost 6 million people. And I hope everybody can work together with the government to obey the laws and the rules in order for us to get over this trying period as soon as possible. And this is the time not for us to be selfish. We have to think of others, because it's not just affecting Singapore, it's affecting the whole world. It's really affecting the whole world, where the climate change is superb right now. Pollution is down, rivers are clean, air is so much fresher. So this is probably a reminder to us all to actually have a bit more concern for others and Mother Nature as well, and stop being selfish lah. That's all. That's my advice. Yeah.
Basically,
Okay.
be more quiet lah, Singapore.
Yeah. Be more quiet. You won't be poorer giving $1. You won't be hungrier giving a bowl away. So everybody needs to chip in and help. And then I think help is we are not living in the Stone Ages, where help is really easy to come by. You just need to reach out to it. And then there are a lot of people out there. I even have people giving me messages saying that these are the people that you need to help, and these are the people who would never ask for help. They say, we know this family or such and such, we know this family such and such, they are not reaching out, but I think we should look into them. So these are the things that a reminder to be kind to everyone. That's all.
All right, Aaron, thank
you so much, Aaron.
Thank you so much,
guys. Thank you.
Everyone from Mothership personally wishes you and your family Ramadan Mubarak. And we are looking forward to more TikToks and Milo bottle adventures on your Instagram. Just a quick favor. Can you wish my neighbors, Khalida and Safwan, a happy birthday? They will be spending it staying home.
Okay. Assalamualaikum Khalida and Safwan. It's Aaron Aziz. I just want to wish you a very, very happy birthday. Stay safe, stay home, and hopefully this period will be over soon.
Thank you. Thank you.
You guys.
Thank you.
Happy Ramadan.
Happy Ramadan.
Bye.
All right.
So
That was Aaron
Aziz. Faris, you heard from Aaron. So, but what about you? Like, how will Ramadan be different for you this year?
Just like Aaron said, iftar usually is spent with friends. So we are trying to connect with our friends through online. Like my mom is like doing her exercise with her online friends. My little brother with his gaming friends. My sister with her boyfriend, and my dad doesn't have friends because they are either in jail or they already passed away. So
okay.
And then me with you guys, yes. Yes.
I guess staying at home for long periods of time is new for most of us, but like being in like constant contact with your family members for like 17, 18 hours, like every day is also a very, very new experience, right? So I guess it's important to find some things to do like on your own or with your friends, like outside, like virtually lah, right?
Actually, because we are stuck with our family, we get to learn a lot more from them, and priority is family. Then after that, you can start your social life with your other friends. But yes, family is number one.
Yes. Okay. Thank you everybody for tuning in. We will be doing this live stream again next Wednesday at the same time, 9 p.m. So we'll be announcing who our guest will be next week soon as well. So do keep a lookout on our social media pages, Instagram and Facebook and wherever lah. Huh? Okay.
All right.
The weather is horrendous. The time has been distracting.
Just now the screen suddenly white. Then like, oh man.
Yeah. Okay, but thank you everybody for staying on. And if you have a suggestion for the next thing we can talk about or the next person you would like to see on the show, you can let us know. You can write in or leave a comment or whatever. So we will see if we can, I don't know, get these people, but no promises. We try our best.
Yes,
okay.
yes.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you everyone for
Thank
tuning in.
you.
Ciao.
Ciao. Bye.
Wash your hands, gotta fight the virus all day, all night. Wash your hands, though, if it's open, then you'll be alright. Wash your hands, gotta fight the virus all day.